Hello, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for joining us for this session of AI for Founders from Stone and Chalk. Today, we'll be taking a deep dive into how to create effective prompts so you can get the best results from AI. Now, I'm Blake from Stone and Chalk, and I'll be taking you through today's session. But before we dive in, I want to quickly introduce who we are, who is Stone and Chalk. We're Australia's largest innovation community with a mission to transform Australia into a sustainable, technology-driven economy. Stone and Chalk is a dynamic ecosystem that fosters innovation and collaboration and helps to drive emerging tech, startup, and scale-up success. Our residency program is designed to help founders grow their businesses, offering access to state-of-the-art hubs in the heart of Sydney, Melbourne, and Adelaide, connections to our networks of investors, mentors, and customers, corporate partners, and experts. Also, a vibrant community of like-minded founders, and also growth programs tailored specifically to your company and goals. If you're interested in finding out more, visit our website at stoneandchalk.com.au or scan the QR code that's on the screen now. Right, let's jump in. We're going to be covering the following topics to show you how to improve your AI prompts. 1, the evolution of AI prompts. 2, what is a prompt and how does it work with GPT-based models? And 3, effective utilization of AI tools. Now, the purpose of this session is to provide you with clear insights and actionable tips and tricks for you to implement into your current processes. First up, the evolution of AI prompts. So let's kick off by understanding the concept of what AI prompts are and how they've come to be what they are. AI prompts are essentially instructions given to AI tools like ChatGPT to generate specific results. Think of it as a conversation where you provide cues and the AI responds in a coherent and contextually relevant manner. The journey of AI prompts has been quite fascinating, from simple keyword-based queries to more sophisticated and context-aware interactions. This evolution has enabled AI tools to comprehend and generate human-like text, revolutionizing how we interact with technology. So let's delve deeper into the evolution of AI prompts and how they've transformed over time. And I must say that it hasn't been all that long. So first up, we have keyword-based queries. Now, in the early days of AI, interactions were primarily based on keyword searches. Users would enter specific keywords or phrases, and the AI would retrieve information related specifically to those keywords. This approach was limited in its ability to understand context and generate human-like responses, often resulting in disjointed or irrelevant answers. Next was rule-based systems. Now, as AI technology progressed, rule-based systems emerged. These systems were programmed with predefined rules and patterns to follow when generating responses. While this did improve the relevance of answers to some extent, it still required meticulous manual coding and struggled to handle the complex queries of unique situations. Now, machine learning and neural networks. This is where it starts to get interesting. The true transformation came with the rise of machine learning and neural networks. This marked a shift from rule-based approaches to data-driven models. Now, machine learning algorithms were trained on large data sets, huge data sets, learning patterns and relationships within the data itself. Neural networks, specifically recurrent and transformer architectures, enabled machines to process sequences of data like text more effectively. After that quick rise, we've got natural language processing, or NLP breakthroughs. NLP breakthroughs, particularly the development of transformer models, revolutionized the way AI interacted with text. The introduction of models like GPT, as we know ChatGPT, that stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, showcased the power of context-aware language understanding. These models could predict the next word in a sentence, enabling them to understand and generate coherent text. I see that every day in things like Gmail. So then GPT, Generative Pre-trained Transformers. the introduction of GPT marked a significant milestone. And this is where I think back in December, November of 22, this is where it really became quite mainstream. These models were pre-trained on a lot of text data, learning grammar, context, and even the nuances of the human language. GPT-3, for example, has 175 billion parameters, making it one of the largest language models. This means it can understand prompts better and generate more coherent and relevant responses that seem to sound like what a human would say. Now, next, once they came out, prompt engineering and fine-tuning became a thing, and hence why we're putting on this webinar. The evolution continued with the concept of prompt engineering and fine-tuning. Users began to understand that the quality of the prompts they used influenced the quality of what AI gave them in return. By carefully crafting prompts and providing additional context, users could guide AI models to generate specific types of content, whether it's creative writing, code, or marketing copy. And lastly, where we're up to at the moment, the latest developments have focused on creating more contextual and interactive AI uses. AI models can now hold coherent conversations over multiple exchanges and maintain context throughout. This has made AI more engaging and useful for a wide range of applications, from customer support to content generation. And you can see here, which is quite interesting, the first poll that went up, asking, have you used prompts to enhance your output from ChatGPT? Of the 24 votes, 58% is saying yes to all the time, which seems crazy. In a year, less than a year, we have a lot of people using these on a daily basis. Obviously, there are a couple on one or two ad hoc basis, and then still a few people that don't know how to use them. Hopefully, we can give you some information in this webinar that you'll likely use them in future. So, what exactly is a prompt and how does it work with GPT-based models? So, firstly, it's important that you don't confuse prompts with Google searches. They're not the same thing. Imagine prompts as tailored instructions that bring out the best in these AI systems. So, picture this. You're facing a chat box, like interface, kind of reminiscent of the old MSN days, if anyone remembers those. It's like a new and improved digital pen pal situation. I point this out because it is a big mistake that people make, is when they write their prompts like they're Googling something. That's how they approach it. That won't work for prompts with AI. You need to not only have prompts that are detailed and specific, but you also need to set the context for ChatGPT so it understands exactly what you need it to do. Remember as well that GPT keeps track of past chats. So you can actually give feedback, ask it to redo things, make it continue the conversation. It is a dynamic dance that you can play, and it will learn and improve the more you interact. There's a very simple feature when you ask GPT to create a piece of content. You can actually ask it to regenerate in different words, a different approach, and it will give you multiple options for that. So make sure you keep that in mind. So what are the most important things to keep in mind when writing prompts? We've got a bit of a list here. Provide context. So set the scene for ChatGPT. Whenever you write a prompt, an example is if you're writing a prompt for a media release, begin your prompt by saying something like, I'm a publicist for an ag tech startup called AgTechs R Us. We're solving poor quality soil issues faced by farmers in parts of regional Australia and are about to launch a new product. You know, just a quick example there, but it is quite specific. Just remember, what you put in, you will get out. Next thing is be clear. ChatGPT can only work with what you give it. So if you don't know what you want before writing your prompt or even entering anything, it doesn't stand a chance. So be very clear with what you're asking from it from the beginning. For example, write me a 300-word elevator pitch for my company. Write it in the voice of Richard Branson. Very inspiring guy, I admit. Write it as if I'm speaking with an investor who has never heard of my industry before. It will produce something to this tailored to your instructions. It's simply amazing. Also, be specific. The more specific you can be, the better. This covers everything from the length of copy, tone of voice, target audience, channels it will appear on. So if you're wanting to write something for LinkedIn or Instagram, a caption, anything like that, you can tell it what the channel is, and it will have been trained on pieces of data for those channels. And so it will produce something better suited to those channels. Also, what's the objective? Who's it coming from? The structure outline. For example, I need a document that has a beginning, middle, and end. So there's a few things to remember when you're inputting some of your instruction to be more specific. Something else is refine always. After writing your initial prompt and receiving your first result, don't take that as the final product. ChatGPT will remember everything you're asking it to do, and you should start to improve the more you get it to rewrite things and tweak them. It will learn and get better as you go. Use things like make it shorter. I'm guilty of doing that because I do realize ChatGPT will spend a lot of time pumping out a lot of content and where all you need is just one paragraph. Make it more sophisticated and change the tone so it's more professional depending on who your audience is. You can even say, try again, or as I said before, use the regenerate button if you're simply not happy with it. Also, legal and ethical considerations. When using AI-generated content, be aware of legal and ethical considerations. Ensure that the content doesn't infringe on copyrights, trademarks, or any other intellectual property rights. Also, be transparent about the fact that certain content is generated by AI, especially in customer interactions. I know this was an interesting topic that first came up when the rise of ChatGPT came to fruition, is how much do you use it and how much do you tell people you're using it? Everybody's going to be different. And the last thing here is use ChatGPT to write the prompt for you. This was a really fun trick that was picked up by some users fairly early on after the launch of ChatGPT. You can actually ask ChatGPT to write a prompt for you. For example, you can ask it for a simple prompt, which will do the trick, or a more in-depth or complex prompt. So for something more complex, it could be, please generate a comprehensive 10-point business plan for a new fintech company launching in 2023. The plan should cover aspects such as vision, target market, revenue model, competitive advantage, growth strategy. Please provide detailed insights, blah, blah, blah. That will spit out something way more amazing than something a lot simpler. So remember, what you put in, you will certainly get out. Now, let's explore the practical applications of AI prompts for startups in greater detail and how to write prompts for these specific use cases. First up, market research. Now, ChatGPT can help you cut down on extensive market research, help to identify trends and customer preferences, and analyze the competitive landscape. And the second poll has just gone up, so feel free to vote. AI prompts can assist in gathering data from various sources, summarizing market reports, and even generating insights from the data. This can save significant time and effort, allowing founders to focus on interpreting the data and making informed strategic decisions. Some examples of prompts for this can include: describe consumer behavior changes related to X in the last year, or how are consumers in X using Y differently from others? Or also, what successful marketing strategies are companies in the fintech industry using in 2023? Remember to check any facts, though, that you put into presentations, reports, and communication that have been generated by ChatGPT. It's not foolproof. I'm not sure if anyone remembers the lawyer over in America who used ChatGPT as part of a defense case. Turns out the information that it provided him and that he went and spoke about in court was false. And you can imagine how that ended up for him. We have just shared the second poll results. We can see from the 26 votes for are you more inclined to research and use prompts now knowing you may get a greater output? Great to see that 24 out of 26 are saying yes, you see the value. So that's fantastic. And I'm also really great to hear that no one has put no, which is fantastic. A couple of people there will maybe. So hopefully have the time to do some deeper dive into it. So thank you so much for voting in that poll. Now, the next one is content creation. Creating high quality content is essential for engaging your audience and building brand awareness. AI prompts can help generate blog posts, articles, social media captions, and much more. To create drafts of content that can then be edited and refined, you can use prompts such as A, what are trending subjects in X that would make engaging blog posts? Then you've got B, draft an introductory paragraph for an article discussing the future of ag tech. You've also got write a caption for X that encourages followers to share their thoughts and experiences. So when using it to create content, make sure you include the tone of voice, the audience, and the word length. Also, we recommend treating whatever it produces, as a draft for you to then build upon. While it's an impressive piece of technology, it's still on the same level as copywriters in terms of quality. So make sure you always tweak to also insert your own personality into what it produces. Next up is customer support. Many chatbots use knowledge bases to allow them to provide answers to common customer queries in real time. We see this on many websites today and have been going on for quite some time. Using ChatGPT, you can not only create those answers, but you can also create the questions themselves. So prompts for this could include generate a script our customer service team can use for inquiries about our new product. It should be polite and informative, but not overly salesy. That seems like a crazy prompt. And then to get something out of that and to print off, insert your personality into it, print it off and use it for all customer service representatives. That's a crazy one. Also B, our company offers subscriptions to use our platform. X, a customer has reached out to make inquiries about the price and the billing cycle, act as our customer service representative, and create a series of likely questions along with automated answers to assist the customer. The tone should obviously be friendly but professional. That seems like it will really help customer support teams answer and be able to service their customers way better. Next is idea generation. AI prompts can be used to brainstorm ideas for new products, features, marketing campaigns, and more. By providing specific prompts related to your industry or niche, AI can offer creative suggestions that can spark your team's imagination. When creating prompts for idea generation, you can use language like, can you outline a basic marketing strategy for promoting X? What are the gaps in the current X market that a new product could address? What additional features could be added to X to enhance user experience? It's fascinating. Prototyping and design. AI prompts can aid in generating design concepts, sketches, or even basic prototypes based on your descriptions so that you can visualize your ideas better. This accelerates the prototyping process and allows you to iterate quickly on your product ideas. For example, can you describe a conceptual framework for X targeting Y? Draft a basic prototype description for this app, focusing on features like X, Y, and Z. And also, given this description of your idea, how can I refine the concept or prototype for better market fit? This seems like really, really useful for any startup founders that might be in the ideation phase or the focus phase right before you want to hone your messaging and your product to make sure it's ready for market. It's got a market fit, and you want to take that next jump into raising some capital from investors to make sure you've got your messaging and your product as best as it can be. Next is email outreach and marketing. So personalization and email marketing continue to be crucial components of any effective marketing strategy. However, they can be time consuming. AI prompts can help generate initial drafts for email campaigns, newsletters, and outreach messages. Founders can then refine and personalize these drafts before sending them out, saving valuable time without compromising the personal touch. So it can also help to amend a core message for different audiences, allowing you to personalize your email communications and increase engagement rates and conversions. So, for example, draft an email to customers announcing X, create a newsletter introducing our latest blog posts and updates for October this year. Draft an outreach email to potential business partners describing our product and exploring collaboration opportunities. It's crazy. It really is. And the last two, data analysis and reporting. So cut down on your time spent analyzing data. The third poll has just gone live, so please feel free to vote. Data analysis and reporting. So cut down on the time spent analyzing data using AI prompts to summarize large volumes of data. Provide key insights, generate reports, and create visualizations based on your requirements. It can also provide actionable insights if you use the correct prompts. So some recommended prompts for data analysis and reporting could look like: A, based on this data description, can you provide a concise summary? B, draft a conclusion section for a report that studied the correlation between variable A and variable B, given these findings X, Y, Z. Or C, how would you visualize or represent the provided data trend X in a report? It's quite handy. Now, the last one here is business plan and pitch deck creation. So not only does your pitch deck need to be captivating and impactful, but it also needs to be easily understood by your audience, no matter their prior knowledge of your industry. So AI prompts can help by providing initial copy of your pitch deck, simplifying complex concepts, personalizing copy for specific audiences, and concisely explain things such as market opportunity, value proposition, financial projections, and more. Some examples for this could be: A, provide content for a problem statement slide based on the challenge of X. B, provide a layman's explanation for X, suitable for a general audience slide. Or C, adapt our business's value proposition for a pitch to X. So it could be like for venture capitalists interested in EdTech. You can be quite specific. And we've just shared our results of the last one. This was obviously asking what other topic you would like us to explore in the rest of this series. As we can see, pretty even playing field. Marketing and customer acquisition is leading the race there, but it looks like there might be some appetite for all of these topics. So we'll take that information back, and thank you very much for sharing. I will also say off the back of this one about business plan, and it's specifically pitch deck creation, the first webinar that we did in this AI for Founders series was for pitch decks. So if you couldn't get to that one, you can look up our Stone and Chalk YouTube channel, and we will have posted the video of this webinar, the first webinar, that was specifically for pitch decks. So make sure you go, have a view, have a listen, and hopefully take some things out when you're going to enhance your pitch decks. Now, to further develop your skills in utilizing AI prompts, we will be sending out some takeaway content to you all that we recommend exploring and learning to increase your productivity and efficiency through prompting. This will include suggestions from tutorials and guides, blogs and articles, online AI communities, AI conferences and webinars. So it'll have a bunch of information in there that hopefully you can, unlearn and educate yourself after this webinar is done. So make sure you look out for that in the next little while. So I just want to say that brings us to the end of our session today. I hope you were able to take something away and that this has been quite helpful. Keep an eye on your inboxes. As I said, we'll be sending out a handy guide summarizing all of this information. We'll also be uploading a recording of this session on our YouTube channel in the coming week or so. So check on our socials for that. And just want to say this is just one in a series of AI for Founders webinars that we're putting on here at Stone and Chalk. We're covering some of the finer points of using AI with a specific focus on how it can help founders. So if you want to be the first to know about when the next event is, please sign up to our newsletter. At Stone and Chalk, we're always here to help founders grow their emerging tech startup or scale up. So if you'd like to learn more about how we can help you grow and learn more from sessions like this internally, because of course this is an external facing webinar, please visit our website at the QR code shown on the screen or head to stoneandchalk.com.au. So thanks so much for joining us all. Hope to see you at the next webinar in this series of AI for Founders. Have a great day.